Alright, so today I'm here in the shop. I've got the TSV 60 here. This is going to be the first time that I'm firing it up. So what I'm going to do first and foremost is, let's see, this is 3/4 of an inch. So let's go to about that, just past that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn on my scoring blade. And from there, I'm going to make a cut here. Now, I'm not 100% sure how I should do this, so I'm hoping I get a decent angle through recording this, but you know, you never know. Let me move this camera over here, and maybe it'll see something that's worth seeing. Okay, so right in here, I'm going to actually, I don't know if you can plunge cut with the scoring cut. That's the only thing I'm wondering about. But I think I'm going to give it a shot, and then we'll go from there. I mean, if I mess something up, then we'll see. Let me just try this real quick. So now, as I look at this, you can see right off the bat, one, I do still see a little bit, well, right here I see less tear out. Here I see a little bit of chipping, but then this is where the saw came behind it. Now, where the regular blade started, it seems to be pretty good. There's a little bit of chip out there, and up here in the front, I don't really see anything where the scoring cut is. But the one thing I have to say, I don't think the scoring blade is meant for plunge cutting. Now, I'm using this straight edge to give me the ability to, to make a straight line, right? I'm using the TSO triangle to make sure it's kind of perpendicular there. So the one thing I know is that the scoring blade is to the right of my regular blade. So let's dial that back a bit. Looking at the saw here, so if it's too far to the right, I need to turn it to the left. So I'm gonna click it back. That's 3 clicks. Let's see what happens with those 3 clicks. So one thing I'm finding is it's kind of challenging to keep this up against the rail with the cord, so I'm going to have to try this again. It still appears to be off a bit. Let me try it again. So it feels like the blade is, the cut is going too far to the right, the scoring cut. So what I'm going to do is move this over further to this side. So let's loosen this, move this over a bit. Let's come over quite a bit so I can get this, you know, so I don't destroy this whole piece of material with this one cut. And then let's make sure this is kind of squared up to that. Oh, but the saw has to fit in there too. So let me back up just a bit. Let's make sure the saw can fit in there. Okay, so just like that, we're gonna bundle it down. And let's give it a cut, right? Give it a try right here. So I got it butted up. I'm putting the hose up here on my shoulder. This is where a boom arm will really come in great. Get this up out of the way. And without the track, it's, you know, I have to keep pressure going to my left. All right, so let's give it a shot. Let's try that again. Yeah, so I do still feel like the cut is a bit too far to my right. So let me dial it back. Let me click it around quite a bit and see what happens. Maybe, I don't know. Let's move this over a bit. Try it again. I still feel like my score cut is just a bit over this way, so let me try to dial it in a little bit more. Alright, so let's turn it back the other way, just see what it does. To the right. Okay, that's as far, so that's as far right as it'll go, right there. Let's see how far off that is. Okay, so far I'm not seeing the kind of action that I would like to see. Let's go over a little bit more. try it again. Okay, so it's up against there. Again, the scoring cut is to my right of the blade. Let's go back to, so it's as far as it can go to the right. Let's go all the way to the opposite side as far as it'll allow me to go. See if it actually stops or cams out. Now I think I got it dialed in. Let's just give that one more cut. I'm gonna move it over. And give this a shot. Okay, if we take a look at that one, yeah, I like that. That looks to be totally in line. So now, since that's in line, I'm gonna go ahead and open up this rail, and then we'll do some cuts with the actual track. And as I thought, it's just a plain 1900. It's not the newer model. And then I'm going to put this, I'm going to put it in between both of these here. And then we're going to give this a cut and see how it does. So first we want to make sure that this thing is actually going to not wobble on the rail. And I do have a little bit of a wobble there. So let me go ahead and tighten down the saw. I'm going to tighten it in the front. And then let me just tilt it, so I can tighten it in the back. And now the saw doesn't move. So I'm going to back off just a bit. Still a bit loose. Okay, that slides pretty good and there's no wobble, so let's get a cut in and see what we're working with here. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my rail back so I start off of the material. A bit, and lock it back down. Make sure it's squared up as best I can. So I'm only all over to the edge because I'm just practicing, and then once I get this right, then I'll come back around on the other side. Let me see if I can get this camera in a better angle maybe. Okay. Let's give it a shot. So I've got it on the rail. I cord and everything up. No slop. All right, let's cut this and see how it does. Take a saw off of the sight. Then we're going to move this over out of the way and take a look at the cut. Okay, right off the bat, looking at the cut, maybe you can see it with this particular camera possibly. Okay, so this cut on the inside under the rail, it looks perfect all the way down, and you can see the scoring cut right there. But over here on the off-cut side, I see chip out. So I'm gonna put that plastic guard down on the other side, and we'll see, give it a shot again and see how it does. Because, yeah, I didn't have it down on the material. Let's try that again. We'll go right here. Put the saw on here. Better way. All right, let's give it a shot. It's quite clear. So as I look at this cut, it is actually perfect on the left side of the cut. The right side, you can see clearly that there's chip out.